What if I told you that in the coldest, loneliest place on Earth, a tiny polar bear cub could teach us more about family, courage, and kindness than most grown-ups ever could? Most people think kids' stories are just that. Simple tales meant to entertain, with happy endings tied up in bows. But what if those stories carried deeper truths? What if beneath the snow and fur, there were lessons even adults forgot they needed? This animated journey was carefully crafted to speak to both young hearts and grown minds, layered with emotion, adventure, and moments that might just stay with you long after the snow melts. In the next few minutes, you'll follow Nanu, a lost polar bear cub, across a breathtaking frozen wilderness. You'll see him fall, get up, and meet unlikely allies. And by the end, you might just realize this story isn't just about finding home. It's about rediscovering what truly keeps us warm. In a world blanketed in snow and silence, where the wind howls like a lonely song, one tiny heartbeat beats louder than the cold. A polar bear cub named Nanu, lost in the vast white, searching for what he's lost and finding more than he ever expected. Nanu had always believed the Arctic was small. When you're wrapped in your mother's fur, every snowflake feels like a gift, and the world feels safe. But that changed the night the ice cracked beneath a distant storm and scattered the world he knew. He woke up alone on a drifting floe. Nothing around but endless whiteness and the sound of the sea whispering through the cracks. His mother, his brother, and the familiar warmth of their den gone. At first, Nanu cried. He cried until he was too tired to cry. Then he stood up. He remembered his mother's voice. When you're afraid, take a step. Then take another. So he did. Nanu paddled to shore, weak and shivering, but determined. His paws, once made for play, now carried the weight of hope. Every snowy hill he climbed held the promise of seeing his family again. He met a grumpy Arctic fox named Kip who tried to steal his fish. But after Nanu shared half without a fuss, Kip begrudgingly joined him. "I don't care about you," Kip growled, "but you're bad at surviving, and I hate watching dumb cubs freeze." They traveled together, crossing icy plains, glacier mazes, and cliffs glazed with blue ice like glass. Kip would sneak berries and chase off birds, while Nanu kept his eyes on the horizon, whispering, "I'm coming, Mama," but not every day was kind. A whiteout blizzard hit them on the fourth moonrise. Nanu lost Kip in the storm, the cold bit deep, and his tears turned to frost. He curled up behind a snowdrift, remembering the way his mother used to hum to them under the northern lights. "I'm not brave," he whispered to the sky. "I'm just a cub." And then, out of the storm, came a low howl. Not the wind, but a wolf, alone, silver and thin. Instead of attacking, the wolf lay beside him, lending warmth. In the morning, it was gone, leaving only a trail heading east, and a pawprint beside Nanu's that told him he wasn't as alone as he thought. When spring's edge began to touch the snow, Nanu found a human research camp. Curious, cold, and desperate, he crept close. A child spotted him first, soft eyes, red scarf. Nanu froze. The girl walked toward him and held out a mittened hand. She didn't try to capture or tame. She simply said, "You look like you miss someone too." The scientists tracked polar bear families for migration studies. One evening, Nanu spotted a photo on a clipboard. A mother bear with 2 cubs, taken weeks ago near the Icejaw Ridge. His heart leapt. He ran that night, fueled by more than hope. Kip returned, surprisingly, and joined him, muttering, "Told you you'd freeze without me." The final stretch to Icejaw Ridge was brutal. Melting ice made paths treacherous. Nanu slipped through a crack and dangled icy water below. Kip bit his scruff and held tight. "You're not falling today, Snowball." They made it. There, atop a ridge where the aurora danced above like ghostly curtains, stood a silhouette Nanu would know anywhere. Tall, strong, scarred from the storm, eyes wide and tearful. "Mama!" She ran to him. They tumbled into the snow, nuzzling, crying, laughing. His brother barreled into the pile. Family, together again. As they rested, Nanu looked around. Where's Kip? Gone. Just a trail of paw prints in the snow. Sometimes family finds you for just a while, and sometimes that's enough. In the vast white wild, it wasn't strength alone that brought Nanu home, but kindness, courage, and unexpected friendships that stitched the cold into warmth. The Arctic can be lonely, but no heart is ever truly lost if it keeps beating toward love. Would you like to see a part 2 to Nanu's next adventure? Do you have a suggestion for the next video? Comment below on what you would like to see next. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.